Okay, guys, I'm back. See, you have a setback? Big deal. Just keep going. Why not? Okay, so you might notice that my technical savvy is not so great, but my inner technician, my inner spiritual technician is quite good. So here we go. We're just going to do a short sit, and the title of this sit is, how is my heart feeling? Might be some days, might be some weeks, might be some years since you took just 5 minutes to sit without any sense of hurry or dread, although there could be dread, but just taking some time to sit with your heart and ask it the question, how are you feeling? So here is what's going to happen. I'm going to invite you to take a seat and gently close your eyes if that feels good to you. If not, I would suggest looking at a point on the floor or in the room where you can begin to still the mind. And we'll begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll do one more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And the idea here is to release your weight, however slowly, into your bottom and the bottom half of your body. Because a lot of times what can happen is the energy can collect up into the chest, in the throat, in the eyes, in the noodle. And so we want to invite ourselves to bring our energy down into our seat. So this is a chance to actually even just feel the weight of ourselves. I find it's useful to even say to oneself, there's nothing that you actually have to do right now. You're actually off the hook for the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes, let's say. You're off the hook of anyone asking you anything or needing to give someone something or to think about something or to buy something or change something or respond to something or figure out what you're going to eat or not eat or plan. You get the idea. Right now, just you and I are sitting together without any usefulness at all. How does that sound? Okay, so we're taking a minute to settle ourselves into our seat. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. And then when we're ready, I'm going to gently ask you the question, tell me something you're feeling right now. And then you, or whoever is watching, go inside and pick out an answer. How are you feeling right now? Now, you could be like annoyed. You could be like, okay. You could be like, my back hurts. Or you could be like, oh my God, when is Trump going to leave office? And maybe he won't. And oh my God, Or you might be thinking of some COVID facts or something like that. But I'd like you to just stay with the first kind of thing that strikes your noodle, your mind. And I'll ask you again, how are you feeling right now? And I'll answer, right now, I'm feeling kind of happy, but tense on the outside, a little bit self-conscious. Who wants to deal with a person doing a spiritual video? But I do think this could be useful. Okay, so the idea is that you get into a practice where you settle your energy, you ground it down, because it's probably all hijacked up. I'm just recapping. Then you ask yourself, like a friendly person outside of yourself, tell me something you're feeling right now. Or, how are you feeling right now? Just in general. Just taking a read on yourself. Then, once you've gotten an answer, you can sit for just a second. Settle. Because my guess is you've probably been up doing a bunch of things or up avoiding actually being in contact with how you might be feeling. It's okay. We all do it. But right now, we're together and we're going to create a little container to allow both of us to be able to be in greater contact with our hearts. So we're just going to do a short practice of breathing in for 4, holding for 8, breathing out for 4. Now, if that's too much, you can try breathing in for 2, holding for 4, breathing out for 2. Heck, that's so ridiculous. Now, let's just start with 2, 4, 2. Breathing in for 2, holding for 4, breathing out for 2. Breathing in for 2, holding for 4, breathing out for 2. Now try that pattern for a little bit longer. Breathing out for 2. Breathing in for 2, holding for 4, breathing out for 2. Keep it going. The idea is to create a sacred space where you can slip yourself off from the stickiness of being identified with the content of what your mind is doing or saying. And actually situate your awareness in your body. And then enlarge in your perspective to even reach outside the boundaries of your skin. So you're unfurling your awareness like a sleeping bag that's been rolled up and is usually located in your brain. We're just letting our attention get wider. And if you're lost, that's okay. We're just playing along for the next couple minutes. So now we'll turn our attention to the heart, which is why we came here. So you can either listen to my voice. We'll just try an experiment. First, we'll try it with just my voice. And I'll ask you the question. How is it that your heart is feeling right now? And then, since you heard me ask you that, you'll just notice what comes up. Whether it be a sensation, whether it be a thought, whether it be nothing, whether it be annoyance. We're just going to bring into our awareness the response to the question. How is it that my heart is feeling right now? Or how is it that your heart is feeling right now? For for many of us, we've been out of contact with how our heart is actually feeling. And we mistake how our mind thinks things are going for how the heart is actually feeling. So basically, we're trying to develop a relationship. It's like if the heart were a little rabbit. And the little rabbit, you've kind of been busy doing other things and not noticing that there's a little rabbit there. But there is. And the little rabbit isn't mad that you've forgotten. It's just a little rabbit. And it requires some attention and steadiness of awareness to come back into a sort of friendly relationship with it. And so sometimes a little rabbit could just scamper away if there's too many thoughts that get involved. Or it might be shy, as little rabbits tend to sometimes be. Or it might not. It might hop right into your arms. We don't know. So it's kind of a useful practice to think of your heart in a way. I mean, maybe that's super annoying, like when you go to yoga classes and they use the word yummy or something that just turns you off to the whole experience. My invitation to you right now is to think of a way in which your heart is something playful that you respond to. Maybe it's a 1980s boombox. Maybe it's a pair of Air Jordans. Maybe it's an eagle. I'm not sure. Why don't we just spend a minute right now trying to hone in on what exactly you feel like your heart might be right now. Any visions? Anything come to mind? Taking another second to drop that and then just ask yourself and your heart, how is it that you're feeling right now? Right now, my heart is feeling front feels kind of itchy. I think it's a little anxious. And the back feels like it doesn't even exist. Or maybe it just feels full. I feel like it's saying one step at a time. One step at a time. So we'll just sit here for like another minute. If your mind is going bananas, just come back with some friendliness, if you can, to that more broad perspective, so you're not getting attached to the content of what your mind is saying. You're coming back to that more spacious awareness. And it just depends on the day what the inner weather pattern's like. Maybe it's stormy, maybe it's clear skies. In some ways, it doesn't matter. It's just sort of I don't know if this metaphor is going to work. It's like the worksheet It doesn't matter what math problem is on, whether it's division, or it's simple addition, whether it's geometry. What matters is that you're doing math. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so that metaphor didn't work. See? It's okay. No big deal. Let it go. We're just trying to bring ourselves into our body and what's actually happening, not what we think is happening, or what we want to be happening, what we're afraid of happening. It's conjecture. We're conjuring ourselves in the present. Okay, that's enough for today. So we'll come out of this through the senses, maybe wiggling the hands, moving the neck, and then slowly opening the eyes. And there we go. "16 minutes. Well, this was the first one. Maybe part of it sucked. Maybe part of it was wildly successful. Maybe you're thinking, hey, this confirms exactly why I hate spirituality and meditation. Who knows? Just thought I'd give it a shot. And if you have any comments or questions or anything like that, I guess you could, there's like, put it in the comments. Maybe I need a millennial like intern or something. Okay, that's it for today. This episode is entitled, "How's my heart feeling?" Maybe there'll be more. Maybe not. We don't know. Okay. Hope you have a good day. Work. Bye.